Hello dears, and welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Anna. We are back home. We are officially back home. You can tell that I was on holidays, right? I got a tiniest sunburn right here, even though I used the protection cream. It's not like a sunburn, it's red, but it's gonna be brown very soon. It almost is. So we're all right. We came back yesterday in the evening, which is why yesterday we didn't have any video. We're so tired. It's kind of a jet lag, but like a holiday lag, and it's really difficult to get into the routine back again, I must say, especially when you've had so lovely and amazing time on your holidays. It's simply incredible. So today, since we missed the Monday's news update, I've decided to make you a news update on today. And instead, the next following days, we will mix up the videos from Benidorm and from Mallorca, because we have a lot of interesting things to show you guys. And if you want to see some more places and like informal travel vlogs, you can go to our channel. I'm going to leave it here on the screen. These vlogs are in Spanish, but I will make sure I put some English subtitles as well as in German and Netherlands. If you need anywhere else, maybe probably French as well, so that you could see what we did, which kind of prices, the hotel tours, a lot of interesting things about what Mallorca is actually like, in case you're willing to go there. But for now, let's continue with our news update from Benidorm. First of all, let's talk about the situation in tourism. Benidorm right now officially is the second best destination of the world in terms of recovering after the pandemics and like the economic crisis. This was an official report that had 81 world's most popular destinations, and we are only below Paris. So first one is Paris. That's the one that recovered the best, the quickest, and it just has the overall best situation in terms of tourism. Then Benidorm goes, and then a lot of more. For example, Malta, Maldives, like a lot of different islands. There's Cyprus, I think, as well. There's some places in France and Greece and a few others. This was an official report. You can actually check it out in UTrust. This is like a big company that analyzes all the data, that gets access almost to like 92% of all different travelers' reviews, of all the information about travelers. What they've analyzed is that, according to all the data, only around 10 or 12 destinations of all this list had a speedy recovery. And on number 2 of all these is our Benidorm town, which we could not be more proud of. British tourists right now are even more than 50%. For the first time in a long time here in the area, in Costa Blanca, British tourists went above 50%. So it's way more British tourists here than even Spanish and national tourists, which is absolutely insane. But we are happy to see that not even Brexit, not even economic condition and economic situation and crisis and price rise, they're not stopping people to come here. The ones who are coming most are the British, obviously, followed by 35.5% of Spanish, like national tourists as it is. The rest is around 3.2 Belgium, Netherlands 2.8, Irish 2.8, exactly the same, and Portuguese 1.2. The rest of nations, the rest of nationalities, they don't even reach 1%, which is why they're not represented out here. But obviously there's way more nationalities arriving here as well. And we'll love to see that so many people are arriving here and they're so happy to be here on holidays. Let us know, by the way, if you're arriving shortly to Benidorm, and if you have any kind of questions, if you have any kind of reviews to share, anything that you think might be useful for the future holiday makers here in Benidorm, you can always share it in the comment section, because I'm really sure it's going to be very useful for a lot of people, because many people might be interested in the same things that you are, and if you can share your experience, it will be really much appreciated. Benidorm is constantly changing. First of all, Benidorm has finished almost all the area of the Poniente Beach, the brand new promenade with the brand new wood and specific material that will last longer than this one previously did. Let's hope so. And it's looking absolutely gorgeous. All the beach areas are ready. All the paddles, like everything is open right now and ready to go for the summer season. Apart from that, Benidorm is doing a really important thing, and it's promoting even more bicycle tourism. Not only for locals who would love to leave their bicycle parked somewhere but cannot find any proper and safe, the most important thing, parking spaces, but also for tourists who rent a bicycle to explore, but they just don't know where to leave it so that it will be safe to go and explore and then come back and find your bicycle at the same exact spot. So what's happening is that Benidorm has created two areas with the futuristic design bicycle parking spots, which are these ones, as you can see right here on the screen. These are futuristic beach parking spots. At the moment, there's just 2 points like these, but it's expected to have around 12 of them on the Poniente beach, which is where they are right now, on the Levante beach, and in the city center. The bicycle parking intelligent capsule, how they call it, will be closed, will be with video surveillance cameras, which is the best thing of all. And you will need to download a simple app, and it will just give you a code that you will need to enter, and that's it. You'll open the door with a code, maybe scan a QR code, something like this. It will open up, you can go inside, there's a surveillance camera, so you just take your bicycle, you unlock it, and then you close the door with the same code. That's basically it. This is how it's going to be, and it's a free bicycle parking, which is absolutely insane and great. Because very soon Benidorm will stop the traffic in the most touristic points. Oh, it's getting chilly. Getting really chilly out here. How is that even humanly possible? We are already going towards mid-June in about a week, but it's so chilly out here. Oh my goodness, it was way warmer in Mallorca. I wish we could get back. Benidorm will be closing all the traffic in specific points on the Levante beach, on the Poniente beach, in the city center, and it's almost done. So it's just a matter of weeks, maybe a couple of months when it will be done, and people will not be able to access it with a normal car any longer. Only access will be available with electric vehicles, as we've mentioned in previous months, previous videos about different changes here in Benidorm town. So at the end, what will be happening is that this is why they are promoting so much the bicycle tourism, because people simply won't be able to move in a different way. Either it's go walking, or it's take a bicycle or electric scooter or any kind of other mobility vehicle that is emissions neutral and that doesn't pollute the air in the area and doesn't make any kind of noise. You know, it's just clean and tidy way of transport. So Benidorm is preparing itself full speed, and these bicycle parking spaces are actually a great surprise. I'm even thinking to buy a bicycle or something like this for ourselves, for me especially, to film in summer, because it's crazy to park in Benidorm. This year hopefully will be way easier because they did put some new parking lots, like big parking spaces, but still Benidorm gets really busy, and a bicycle in summer, it's a great and chilly way with some nice wind, some sunshine, you know, to explore different areas, especially if you are on holidays. And many bicycle rental companies, they offer bicycles just for like 10 euros a day, which is a great price to rent them out. And when they will be working, they'll probably start working at the beginning of July. So this whole June's month is to make sure everything is checked, everything is safe, everything is ready to go. Finish the app, put it on, like for Android, for Apple, for iOS, and that's basically it. Starting from June, we will be able to use these new futuristic bicycle parking spaces, and we'll definitely go there and film some for you guys so you could see how it actually works. And the last news that I wanted to share with you all is really important for those of you who are using taxi service here in our region. Why? Because TAXIS in Marina Baixa, which is the region you can see right here on the map, which includes obviously Benidorm, Villajoyosa, Guadalest, includes Polopla, Nucia, it includes Albir, Alfaz del Pi, like a lot of other areas here, Altea as well, Finestrad, by the way. All this region, they are increasing prices of taxis. Right now, the increase will be of 6%, and it's a second increase already since 2020. What's happening is that, surprisingly, Benidorm and Alfaz del Pi, as well as Albir, because Albir is a part of Alfaz del Pi. These two areas will not be increasing prices right now. But why it's not going to be happening? It's because Benidorm and Alfa Selfie, they have a specific independent system. They don't work as usual and typical taxis here of the region. So what they do is that they have their own tariffs and they own their own prices. They regulate them by themselves, which means that they've hired up the prices already. They've increased them already beforehand, which is why they are not participating in this second price increase as it is. The sector has 2 months, more or less, to modify the prices inside of the cars, where the prices will be higher. Attention. If you will go to one of these places, you will pay slightly more than you used to pay before. Altea, Finistrat, Guadalest, La Nucia, Polop, Villa Joyosa, and a couple of more villages outside in the mountains that are not so touristic, like, for example, Reyeu. And on a work day, the price only to get into the car was before €3.10, and right now it's going to be €3.30, only to get inside of the taxi. At night, this price will go 20 cents more. So instead of €3.70, it will go to €3.90. The kilometers price, daytime, normal work day, from €0.92 to €0.97, basically €1. And at night from €1.06 until €1.12. This is like the approximate price increase, so 5-7 cents more or less. Benidorm and Alfaz del Pi, as I mentioned already, they're working with different tariffs and different prices, which means that they're not depending on these new price updates. However, it doesn't mean that it's cheap. Going with the taxi started to become quite expensive here in the region, and especially because some tourists still try to scam tourists. Some taxi drivers still try to go around, even though there is a more direct way, a faster way. They go around to make more kilometers and to make more money from you guys. Or they put a different tariff. Instead of a work day, they put a weekend, for example, or a night one, so you would pay more. Since people don't really know how the taxi prices work, unless you were or are a taxi driver, no one knows if it's a correct one or not. Only locals do know what prices should be. So always, whenever you're using a taxi here in the region, please ask them beforehand what the price actually is. Ask a couple of them, ask in the hotel more or less how much it will cost. This is the best way, because the people who work at the hotel, they're locals. They know how much the prices should be, and they can give you at least an estimate of it. If you see that the taxi driver is giving you like a double of price, obviously they're trying to scam you. But then again, if you're obligated, if you need desperately to use a taxi, what will you do? You can just say them that you know that the price is not like this. But I mean, if you need to take it, then you need to take it. But just take this into consideration, knowing that the prices went higher and now it's quite expensive to move with the taxi around, especially if it's somewhere further away from your main destination point. These were the news for today, my dears. And now let's talk about the weather. What is happening with the weather? Because it's really, really getting quite chilly right now outside. It's crazy how cold it actually is. Wow. I was used to the warm weather these days. How come it's so cold? Ugh. Let's see if it's going to be getting any better or not. First, well, what you need to know is that today and tomorrow it's still going to be cloudy. It might be raining just a tiny bit, maybe a couple of drops every now and then, but it's not something major. Couple of days, today and tomorrow, it will be still cloudy. There's not going to be a lot of sunshine. So a lot of people are getting desperate in search of sunlight because they came here to get some nice tan, and it's cloudy outside. But don't worry, because in just a couple of days time, even starting from tomorrow, there's going to be slightly more of sunshine, and in 2 days the sun will be officially back to our region in general, and to a lot of other places in Spain. As for the temperatures today, it's quite chilly. It's 22 degrees right outside. Coming from 26, you can actually feel the difference, and you need some kind of like a blouse or something on top of you, because you can really, really easily get a sore throat if you stay outside for a long time just with a small t-shirt. At least that's the feeling that I have right now being here on the beach. The good news is that tomorrow temperatures will rise up and it's going to be already plus 26 degrees, gorgeous degrees here in the area. And starting from Friday, right by the beginning of the weekend, which is when a lot of people are coming here to the region on holidays, the temperatures will reach 30 degrees. So from 22, 21 today, even just in 2 days, will reach 30. And it's where the temperatures will maintain starting from then 29, 30, 31, and like this, they'll continue to rise up until July and August months, which is when we might have around 40 in the hottest days of the year. The great thing about this, though, is that the water temperature is rising quite a lot. Right now, Benidorm's water temperature is really, really comfy, 21.8 degrees, almost 22 degrees right now, which is great because this is when already even us locals, we already fancy to go into the water because it's quite comfy water temperature. But not these days like that when it's quite cloudy. When the sun is shining, we're more than happy to get a nice swim in the Mediterranean Sea. If you go to Albier, for example, here the water is way cooler than Benidorm, so bear that in mind. And in Alicante, it's warmer a tiny bit than here. So each zone has its own water temperature. You can check it out in internet as well just by putting water temperature in Benidorm, in Alicante, in different areas, and it will show you directly what the water temperature is in that area as it is. Thank you all for accompanying us on today's news update, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new video here on the channel. Make sure you subscribe because there's a lot of interesting videos coming up. We have hotels official tours, we have Mallorca videos, and much, much more planned. I'll see you then. Bye.